It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Cowboys and the Bears coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally. Kept the ball clean and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And Dak going to start out going to the air. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. 2nd down and 8. Now Prescott. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them, and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Now it's Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3rd and 2, Fields. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 6 catches, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, we can think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver. We're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then they don't come down with the football.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Prescott, he's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Here's Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down, it's Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And I tell you, from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's-eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Fields. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jeremy Ruckert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And all of that was capped off by a Jeremy Ruckert touchdown catch. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 27, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw is Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll throw again. Prescott. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Prescott on 1st down. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Schultz. Throwing, Prescott. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week, and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going, and being able to make a play on the football.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. The Bears are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. On play action, Fields. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage. Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open. Fields on 1st down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22. Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Kari Blasingame, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it. And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Extra point try now for Patterson. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked up by Janet Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of the first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. While they're able to come away with the interception, Charles, they aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team.
He's got a man complete. 20, 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 78 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now comes the kicking team here for the extra point. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now it's Fields. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd and 4. A give. This is Montgomery. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, he's still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
From the 6. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats. In progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Dependable safety guy the game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Prescott off play action. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's good for 28 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and starting to put together some drives.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Prescott got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 3 yards remain for second down. Here's Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott over the middle, complete. It's Elliott, and he will have a Cowboys first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And again, it's Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Justin Herbert with 2 touchdown passes. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Derek Carr, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Packers. The Vikings trying to finish that one off and claim victory. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now Fields. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Fields. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Fields. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Fields on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down. From the 24, Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Prescott tosses the out route here to Gallup. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. Now Elliott, and he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Elliott. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is third and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to 13. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Big strides, look at him go. Finding space at the 40. And he will work his way out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and folks, this is not an accident. This is by design. They wanted to clear out the middle of the field, and then if no one's open, they've got a safety valve they can just dump it down to, and he's got all sorts of space to roam there, and he turns it into a really big play.
And it's complete, right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 16, Fields. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Montgomery, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1. Second down and goal. Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 3 tight ends up front here. Third and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown. And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on the stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive. Fields trying to throw for it. He's got it at the 2. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And out now come the Cowboys. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 22, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. The Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 31, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, Prescott. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Prescott yet again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now, 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. And they'll run again. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point safely through, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete there to Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Play action. It's Fields. His pass complete to Ruckert. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he's got it down to the 28. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fields. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The time to get another look at this Cowboys offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. From the 31, Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Prescott on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Montgomery on 2nd down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Fields. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. We're ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and try to add to this lead.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. Man open downfield is Gallup. He's got it. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Thomas, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Chicago, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
it.